Hey everyone, welcome. I hope you're doing very fabulous. So today's video, I'm getting back, I'm getting back into the Flying Fiddles palette from Adept Cosmetics. Now this was actually a request from one of my subscribers. Her name is Tamara. She wanted me to do a brown eye look and a green eye look using this palette, but using a transition shade from another palette, which is what I'm gonna do. Now, if you have not seen my first two videos on this palette, I will link it below, but in case you don't want to watch it, this palette only offers 4 mattes, and they're so pigmented, almost beyond pigmentation. They were difficult for me to work with. They don't really offer a transition shade, with the exception of this one right here. It's called Tan Toffee Rose, but even that is so highly pigmented that it doesn't help really blend out the other high pigmented mattes in here. So I am going to give this palette another shot. I'm determined to make it work. And Tamara, I thank you for the suggestion, because a lot of you did in the comments give suggestions on this palette and how to use Adept Cosmetics, because they are a very specialized type of eye look. And this is my first palette from them, so I didn't really know what to expect. Now I do, and I'm determined. I'm gonna make it work. But before I get right into it, my name is Carrie. Please subscribe to my channel if you like my content. And for those of you already subscribed, man, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use this shade right here. This one's called Sahara. It is a very beautiful dark brown shade, and I really like this shade. Although I have not used this shade on camera, I did use it off camera, and I thought it was really pretty. All right, so I've tapped off as much as I tapped off. I mean, it's very highly pigmented. All right, so I'm gonna start that in the crease, and I'm just gonna tap it. I'm only tapping. First, I want to lay it down. I want to lay that Sahara shade down, and then I can go in there. Okay, now maybe I can start to rub. Ooh, it's catching on my eye just a little bit, but that's okay. I'm just going to kind of keep it right here. You know, a lot of you did make really good suggestions. Some of you had mentioned this palette would be really great for darker, richer skin tones. I totally agree 100%. However, if you do have that type of skin tone and you are a beginner makeup, I do not recommend this palette, because some of you did solidify my thoughts that these mattes are difficult to work with because of how highly pigmented they are. Okay, now I'm going to go into the palette here. I'm going to go into this shade right here. I'm using a Refer 15. There are no names with this palette, you guys. Yeah, I just double checked. There's no name. So I'm just gonna go in this top one right here. I'm gonna tap it off. Let's see if I can blend some of that out. But also, some of you guys did solidify that, you know, Adept Cosmetics is a very specialized type of look. And I'm starting to realize that. I mean, with this palette, the Adept Cosmetics one, the Flying Fiddles, it was my first purchase because it's a neutral palette. Okay, that is blending. Okay, now that helped. That helped a lot. All right, so now I'm gonna go back in with the Refer 16. No more, I'm not putting any more Sahara on, but I just wanna deepen it just a little bit more. Okay, that worked. That worked just fine. But here's my thing. Are you guys going to reach for 2 different palettes? A lot of times people don't want to do that. Unless you like love the formula that is in this, you know, Flying Fiddles palette, and you just absolutely love the color story, but you just need a transition shade, then yes, I can understand that you might want to do that. But, you know, for somebody like me, or for a lot of you out there, you know, you want one and done. You don't want to have to go into another palette, especially if you're going to travel or take your makeup with you somewhere. You want the one palette, that's it. You know, you want to maximize your what products you want to bring when you do go out of town. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add, you know, a little bit of glitter glue to the eyelid. I'm going in with AOA Studios Tacky Base. I'm just taking a little bit on my finger. I'm gonna put it all over the eyelid. Okay, the glitter glue's on. I put it all over the eyelid. I am so attracted to this shade right here. It's called Viola Bronze. I mean, you guys, it is so stunning. I mean, the shades, the shimmery shades that they have in this palette, I just think are just phenomenal. I just think that they missed the mark. I'm gonna put it all over the eyelid. I just think that they missed the mark with the mattes. They needed a couple more mattes in this palette, and then I think it would have been perfect. All right, putting that all over the lid. Oh, it's so beautiful. That is so beautiful. Very minimal fallout, and it was actually, it probably came from my finger, but what I was able to stick to the eye, it really, it's on there. Ooh, man, that is so beautiful. It's really pretty. So I'm gonna take the Refer number 16, the one that I had Sahara on. I'm not even adding anymore, and I'm gonna just, the outer V just a little bit. I feel like there's like some special kind of like micro bursts of pigments in these matte shades, because the more you rub, it just keeps going and it keeps going and it keeps going and it keeps going. It does not stop. I'm gonna take whatever's left over. I'm going underneath. It's kind of a fluffy brush for me to go underneath my lower lash line, but making it work. Okay, that is very beautiful. It is very pretty. I'm going to brighten up the inner corner with this shade right here. It's called Honey Spurge. This shade, this Honey Spurge, I mean, this is my kind of shade. It's very beautiful. But again, I don't know that it's enough for me to pull this palette out. But anyways, I'm going to take a Refer Mini 14. I'm going into Honey Spurge. Although there is no glitter in this palette, it is a glitter-free palette. There are chunks of something in there, but it's not glitter. But this palette does offer 4 mattes, 1 multi-chrome, 4 shimmery duochromes, and then just 4 shimmer shades. So I'm thinking that this one is a shimmer shade, but let's see. All right, I'm gonna put that in the inner corner. I'm gonna tap gently. Oh, God, it's so beautiful. Now that shade, it's stunning. Maybe I could depot some of these. I don't know. Is that the right word? Depot? I don't know. I feel like when I'm saying it, I'm not saying it right. But am I saying it right? Depot? I don't know. Anyways, take it up and over just a little bit. Let's keep it right here. Let's keep it right here, like in the crease area. But I'm not taking it all the way out here. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Refer 15, the one that I had the LA Girl palette on. I'm not adding anymore, but I'm just gonna stamp out right here. Ooh, so now that's beautiful. That's so beautiful. I'm gonna go back into the LA Girl palette, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, and I'm going to use this as a brow bone highlight. They don't have a brow bone highlight in this particular Flying Fiddles palette, and they don't have, hold on one second. Yeah, perfect. And they need a brow bone highlight, kind of a real soft shade like that, a light shade that you could use as a brow bone, kind of like this. And then they needed a lighter shade, almost like this maybe shade right here, to be able to blend out your transition. But I mean, nonetheless, that eye is very beautiful. I do really like the brown. I like how it sparkles. I think it's very flattering on the eye. One more little thing I want to do. I go into Meadow Farm. I think it's called Meadow Farm. Yeah, no, Meadow Foam. It's called Meadow Foam. Now this one's real high pigment. Oh my God. I mean, you know, the pigmentation is crazy. All right, so I'm going to take whatever I've left over on my finger, just on the outer edge right here. I'm not even adding glitter glue or anything. I'm just going to add a little bit more depth, but really what it's offering is sparkle. And boy, is it really pretty. All right, I'm going to take my Refer 16. I'm just stamping out. You guys know I'm an over blender. And I'm going to go in with eyeliner. I'm going to use my Sephora 12-Hour Colorful Contour Eye Pencil in Tiramisu. It's just an eyeliner, you guys. Don't be fooled by the fancy name. It is a eyeliner. I'm gonna tight line the tops and the bottoms. It's done. Now let's go with mascara. I'm gonna use my Maybelline Sky High Lash Sensational. Okay, guys, the mascara is on. That eye is done. I think it's beautiful. I think it looks absolutely stunning. I think it's gorgeous. I really love the shimmers that they have in this palette. I think that right there is the star of the palette. The mattes need a little help because that brown shade, Sahara, the one that was in the Flying Fiddles palette right here, did blend really well when I used this shade from the LA Girl palette. It wasn't patchy, it wasn't too heavy. I mean, I did go in pretty light, you know, and I tapped off as y'all saw, but man, I just think that next time, Adept, when you offer a palette like this, you know, we need more transition shades to kind of blend these heavy pigments out. Another suggestion that somebody gave is how highly pigmented these mattes are. You could use them for eyeliner. I agree. I totally agree that is something that could be done. I'm not going to do that today because I want to keep it simple. So I want to move over to this eye. And you know what? I feel like this shade right here, I think it's called no, hold on. Let's start over again. It's called Pom Button. Pom Button. Say that 5 times fast. I'm wondering if this one is one of the shimmery duochromes because when I look at it, it looks green. But when I move it around, it looks blue. It looks teal. I'm going to take it on a brush. I'm taking the Refer number 2 brush and I'm going into this shade right here that I can't pronounce. Pom Button. That does not roll off your tongue. The Pom Button. That must mean something. Tell me what it means, you guys. Is it a gardening term? I'm not sure. All right, I have it on here. See, when you see it on my brush, it doesn't look green at all, does it? It looks dark. What does that look like to you guys? Does that look green? I'm just gonna tap it on the eyelid. Let's see what we can pull from this shade. Have to look good. It's just going on the lid. Definitely see those shimmers in there. Okay, yeah, what I thought. It's dark. I know what I'm gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna take Tan Toffee Rose. Now I'm gonna start to blend out in the crease. I gotta take a little bit of glitter glue. Taking a little bit of glitter glue all over on top of the Pom Button. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the one multi-chrome that they offer in this palette. This one's called Scorpion Grass. It's green, it's yellow, it's blue, it's gold. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here, so I have no idea once I swipe it on the eye what it's gonna look like. I'm hoping that it will look green. All right, so here we go. Okay, I see hope. I see hope. Okay. I'm taking it even in my crease. Okay. Okay. I left the inner lid with the darker Pon Button color. It almost looks like I did almost like a halo. That was kind of a happy accident. I'm gonna take the Refer 2 that I had the Pom Button on. Let's keep adding just a little bit. Okay. Okay, I see the vision. It is looking good. Okay, I'm taking my Refer 14, the one that I had tan toffee rose on. I'm not adding anymore, but I am gonna blend. That looks really good. That looks really good. You guys, maybe third time's a charm because my first two looks I didn't really particularly care for too much. Like I wasn't really wowed, but these two looks I'm digging. I'm digging these two looks. All right, so I'm gonna take Scorpion Grass on the number 2. Let's see what this does. I'm taking it under the lower lash line. So now I'm gonna go back into LA Girl. I'm gonna take this. Y'all know I like a good brow bone highlight. Let me just see if I can do it real quick without a mirror. Just looking at my tiny viewfinder, you guys. Okay. I like this eye. It's simple. It's beautiful. It's not really smoked out. There's not a lot of pigment on the transition area. It's subtle. I mean, there. I did put the tan toffee rose in the transition area, but it's soft. So hopefully you guys can see that green in there. All right, so now how about we go into yellow Bronwyn? We'll do that one. That one's got flecks of green in it, but I don't know if it's going to get overshadowed by, there's a bunch of like yellow in this also. So I'm not sure how much of the green shimmer is gonna come through, but all right, so let's just put that in the inner corner. And I'm gonna tap versus rubbing because I did not put glitter glue in my inner corner. I'm gonna stop right there. I feel like it was just flaking off. So I'm gonna add just a little bit more to the inner corner. It needs to stick. It needs to stick. Okay, going back into yellow Bronwyn. Same brush. Oh, by the way, guys, this brush is a JH39. Glitter glue is gonna help it to stick. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. It's gorgeous. I'm not even gonna mess with it. I'm gonna leave it just like that. So I have a green eyeliner from Odin's Eye. This one is 006. I think, if I can remember properly, I think this shade is called Avocado, but they don't have the name on the pencil. It's online, but I'll link it below though. All right, I'm gonna use this green. This is what it looks like. It's actually almost kind of like a mustardy type green. So we'll see. We'll see if it pulls the colors out just a little bit more. All right, so I'm gonna do tight lining. Okay. That eyeliner that I use, it didn't really do much. So I'm gonna go in with a Kaleidos eyeliner. And this is called, y'all see that? It just broke. It just broke. But this is called, all right, I didn't know I had to be so gentle with you. That's called Limelight. All right, let's see if I can get that in my waterline. Yes. Okay, now that, yeah, that eyeliner, the Kaleidos and Limelight, now that kind of brought it home. That kind of brought it home there. Okay, very good. All right, now, last but not least, let's do the mascara, and then we'll move on to the lips. Okay, you guys, the mascara is on. I am really, really liking this eye, and I am especially liking this eye. I gotta figure out a really good lip. I am so torn with the lip because really you could go so many directions with these eye looks, but you know, I'm gonna keep it simple. I am gonna go in with the Pat McGrath Labs lip liner in Buff. I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Hot Chocolate. So beautiful. All right, those lips are beautiful, but I gotta add a little razzle dazzle. I wanna amplify it just a little bit. I'm gonna go in with the Pat McGrath Labs Opulus Lip Gloss, and this is in Under Your Spell. Ooh, ooh. Let's make Perfect. Just added a little extra pink. One last thing before I show you the final look, I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Matte Setting Spray. Mine was a travel size, by the way. I got it in a kit with some other stuff in it. Okay, guys, the setting spray is dry. It's time for me to show you the final look. Okay, you guys, this makeup look is complete. That is using the third installment of the Adept Cosmetics Flying Fiddles palette. I did pair it with the LA Girl 9-pan eyeshadow palette in Downplay. I think that the looks today, being my third video that I've done, my first two weren't like totally wowed by, but I really, really, really like these two eye looks. I think they came out absolutely stunning. I am especially loving this green eye, and definitely adding the multi-chrome in here, Scorpion Grass, to that lid, I think really pulled it into the green color scheme more so than this one, which when I see it in my viewfinder, pom whatever it is, it looks green. But when you guys saw it on my eye, it was very dark. So I'm wondering if that's one of the multi-chromes. But adding I'm wondering if that's one of the duochromes, not multi-chrome. There's only one multi-chrome right here. So yeah, and then adding the transition shade from this palette, I think blended the matte, that Sahara matte out on this side really, really well. And then using the green limelight in the waterline on this side. Oh, pretty, from Kaleidos. This was from Kaleidos anyways. But you guys, I for the first time using this Flying Fiddles palette, I am like, yes, I like the eye looks. I can get down with these eye looks. So you guys, comment below. Tell me what you think. Tamara, I hope that this video did you justice. I hope that this is what you wanted. You guys, thank you so much again for watching, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.